We'll keep on to. It's gonna be a constant battle. Luke, you wanna see all the name tags again? Okay, good.
Coach is a little blurry. Yep, much better. They'll look good in the white too.
Yeah, after the first day we noticed.
Yeah, I'll just look at that. Just stuff that we're yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good idea. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, at least we didn't have any overtime.
It's like hoity-toity. It's like, yeah, right. And like,
Yeah.
what? It's team sports. It's a hockey game. Let's go to celebration. Can't stop playing with that pin. We also have might do it with frozen for
Guys, just for your information, I was just informed that Michigan may be opening their locker room earlier than when they come into this press conference. When I find out they will or will not, I should be getting a couple minutes heads up before that happens. I will come in and let you know so that you can do what you need to do. So, it may be 10 minutes, right? I just don't know. Because when I was over there, Coach was over there.
I'm just saying. It's not maize, it's not gold.
They're supposed to give me,
It's not even
they're going to
blue.
tell me soon as, they're going to give me a couple minute warning and I'm coming here.
It's a little lighter and brighter for Robin. I mean, like that's closer. Robin. I mean, I'm just gonna put it out there. It's really difficult to argue. I'm just saying. I respect that. No. I admire the confidence right now.
19119 on the attendance tonight. It's one session for both games. If you're not aware, 19119. It's only the fifth time in the first 74 years of the Frozen Four that we have had 19,000 plus for semifinals, and it's a record here in Tampa the previous two times we've been here. One session in 2012, 18,605, and then in 2016 we had two sessions for the semifinals, 17,816 and 18,037. You can find that in the record book, pages 83 and 84. If you haven't found that in box, it's a great resource. And I'd like to thank John Painter, who started that many years ago now, and obviously Mark Beddix and Phil Pierce, who have continued that on. Say it again. I do not know that, no. Can't say I do. Sorry to say. Adam Fantilli, of course, scored his 30th goal tonight. Jason Pullen of Western Michigan also had 30 goals. The first time in men's college hockey we've had two 30-goal scorers since 2015-16. Can anybody name them? You don't count.
15 and 16, it was
Connor, Tyler, Mott, Tyler Mott. Both at Michigan. 35 goals for Kyle Connor, 32 for Tyler Mott. Thanks to our friends at College Hockey Inc. for that tidbit.
Thanks, Hodge.
Yeah, Hadge is all over it. Quinnipiac, Quinnipiac, Minnesota. First time we will have that title matchup in the history of the championship. Quinnipiac, third time in the last 10 Frozen Fours, they'll be in the national championship game. Of course, we did have that recently with Minnesota Duluth in three straight championship games in 2017, 18, and 19. We'll use the mics. I think everybody knows that drill by now. Tomorrow, we begin here at noon with Quinnipiac will be here, 1 o'clock Minnesota, and at 1:30 we'll have State of College Hockey press conference until 2. Hopefully everybody knows the schedule over at Sparkman Wharf with a series of year-end honors, and you're all invited to that. Start at 4:45 with the Florida High School Character Award, and right through Derek Hines, Mike Richter, Hockey Humanitarian, the All-Americans, and then at 6 o'clock, Hobie Baker. So that is at Sparkman Wharf tomorrow. You're all invited. Yeah, we're going to have to be friendly. I know we have tight quarters, so appreciate everybody making room for everybody. Feel free to come in and have a seat. Try what? In the rink? Oh, yeah. Oh. Interesting. Okay, thank you. Okay. We'll go with it, the Tesla noise. How'd everything go upstairs? Everybody doing all right? Okay. Good. Sure. I know some of you have just come in too. Just want to repeat, 19,119 is the attendance. One session today, 19,119, and only the fifth time we've ever had 19,000 plus for the national semifinals. So great turnout here in Tampa, and a record crowd. The other two times we were here in Tampa, crowds were just a little bit less than that. So we certainly thank everybody that's been involved in a great championship to date. And I think hopefully everybody knows tomorrow. I just want to repeat the schedule here. Noon we'll start with the press conferences. Quinnipiac will be here at noon. Minnesota at 1. Minnesota's practice is 11:15 to 12:15, and Quinnipiac is 1:15 to 2:15 tomorrow. Also at 1:30 here we'll have the State of College Hockey press conference. We will have Mike Snee from College Hockey Inc., Jeff Schulman, who of course is the chair of the Division I Men's Ice Hockey Committee and the athletic director of the University of Vermont. We'll also have Scott Sandelin, who's part of the championship committee and also head coach at Minnesota Duluth. So they'll be here. We'll have topics free ranging, and you can feel free to fire at them whatever you would like. Does anybody have any useless tidbits of information they'd like to share before the? Hi, Steve. How are you? Good. Steve Metcalf is here. Connor, you're here. You haven't been here before. I don't know what happened, but flights. Okay, good. Nice to have you. Quinnipiac is on their way. Hey, congrats. Thanks, Mitchell. How you doing? Thank you. Congrats, guys. Good to see you again. Good to see you again.
Did we lose Quills?
All right, we will start first with some thoughts from Coach Pecknold, and then we'll take your questions for the players, and then we'll finish up with Rand after the players. So, Rand, thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I thought Quinnipiac culture was on full display tonight. I thought that was just outstanding. The guys, the battle level was great. We won a lot of races. We won a lot of battles. When we got beat at times, we had a second, third wave there. Good stick on puck. Obviously, Yanni was outstanding for us. I loved our chances that we created offensively. Certainly, Portillo made a lot of breakaway saves and great A's. So he could have broke it open, I thought, early in the second there. But in the end, I thought our culture came through. I thought our conditioning was awesome tonight, and our battle level was awesome. And just proud of the boys, and we're excited to move on and play Minnesota.
All right, questions for the players. One quick note, of course, Quinnipiac's locker room is open now. As you all know, Michigan's will open at 25 after the hour. All right, right down here in front.
Gentlemen, congratulations on the win. The only problem is still unfinished business to happen Saturday. How long can you...
Could you identify yourself, sorry?
Oh, I'm sorry. Leo Haggerty, Amped Up Sports. How long can you enjoy this win before you start thinking about Minnesota? And Sam, start with you and just work your way down.
I mean, the resets now. You got to focus on the body, get your body right. Obviously, the win's really nice, and it's great to be in the championship. But we got to reset right now and get our minds wrapped around playing Minnesota.
Zach?
Yeah, I agree. I think maybe you give yourself 15, 20 minutes to enjoy it, and then, we still have a job to do. It was our goal from the beginning of the year, and we have an opportunity to get it. So, got to take care of our bodies, eat well, and rest up.
15 or 20, that's it, huh?
Quick.
That's quick, yeah. Jacob?
Yeah, I mean, at the start of this tournament, we told ourselves to focus on one thing at a time. Today was Michigan, so, I mean, tomorrow we'll start focusing on Minnesota and, take it one step at a time from there.
All right. Over here, Jimmy. Mike's right behind you. Thank you. To your right.
Thank you. Jim Connolly from U.S. College Hockey Online. For all the players, you end up getting 2 goals off bank shots. How much is that emphasized to get that puck back on the net when you have a goaltender who might be, maybe a tiny bit out of position to get those shots?
Jacob, let's start with you on that one.
Yeah, I mean, creating scrums in front of the net was part of the emphasis we had going in the game. Creating net traffic. So, I mean, as you can see, I mean, we had 2 bank-in goals, so it paid off.
Sam, anything to add on that?
Yeah, that was obviously on the pre-scout. He's big, aggressive. Portillo's a really good goalie, but the big thing for us was just get pucks in net, create traffic, and we got fortunate to get 2, and they were pretty good, big goals for us. So.
Is that good, Jimmy? Okay, good. Also for the players in the back there, Adam, hang on. Mike's coming. Yeah, players, yeah. Come up with something for the players. I know you could do it.
I will. On the spot. Adam Oden, College Hockey News. So just your ability to go in transition off of what Michigan was doing all night long, was that planned for in advance of the game or just something you were able to capitalize on as the game was going on?
Zach.
I think it's something we knew they were going to do. They were run and gun. They love to try to make plays one-on-one and create offense. So when we can turn that around and bring it right back down their throats, like we always talk about playing north, playing with pace, and that's kind of the result of that.
Okay, further questions for the players? Right here in front.
Cameron Levasseur, Quinnipiac Chronicle. Jacob, huge game from you tonight. Can you kind of talk us through the preparation going into the game and how you felt out there?
Yeah, I mean, part of the keys we had going into the game was puck management. You know, we want to take care of the puck, limit their chances, but I mean, at the same time, we want to pounce on offense. And that's what we did early on in the game, and even later in the game with like Metz's goal and Lipper's goal.
Okay, right here in the front.
Gage Kilborn, Q30 Television. Now, guys, this is for all three of you. Earlier on, it seemed like another back-and-forth game as we saw in Ohio State a few weeks ago. And now you're playing against another Big Ten team in a few days. Are you going to use some similar preparation as you used to Michigan, to Minnesota?
Sam?
Yeah, I think they're very similar teams. They obviously got a lot of really high-end talent on both squads. Yeah, but it's our approach and how we need to play. So the main focus is on us, not our opponent. But they're obviously a great team. So,
Zach?
Yeah, our process will stay the same. We'll watch video. Coach will do a great job giving us a pre-scout and letting us know our key points and what we need to do. And Minnesota's a great team. It's just like every team in this tournament, obviously, like in the final game, like it's top two teams. So we got to be ready to go. But in terms of preparation, we're going to stick to what we've done all year and prepare the same way.
Yeah, I think we're just going to keep buying into our identity and take it one step at a time with video tomorrow and see what they got.
You guys in the back, if you want to come forward and fill in seats, you certainly can. I know we're kind of scrunched for space here, but we'll take a little pause and let you come in and settle in so you can do your jobs. Appreciate everybody making space. All right, further questions for the players. Julie, and then Mick.
Julie Robenheimer, NHL Network Radio. Fellas, I'm curious, just of the reaction on the bench after the last couple goals, has it sunk in yet that you're going to play for a national championship, or is this a better question for tomorrow?
Jacob?
I mean, I don't know, probably hasn't really sunk in. It'll probably sink in the next couple hours or so, or maybe tomorrow. But I mean, after we took that 3-goal lead or that 2-goal lead, I mean, we were pretty confident that we were going. So, I mean, we're excited.
Zach?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's sunk in, and there's still one more job to do. I think that's kind of the mentality. Like, we know we're not done yet. So we're going to stay focused and kind of stay level head. You can't get too high in these type of tournaments. You got to be able to rebound and reset. That's what we're going to do tomorrow.
Sam?
Yeah, I think those guys said it pretty well.
Pretty well. All right, good. Perfect. Mick?
McCann from the Rink Live. Jacob, you know, so much emphasis, I think, a lot of times goes on your team about how good you guys are defensively. I mean, do you guys almost feel like people underrate you guys offensively?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, if you look at the talent like Minnesota, Michigan have, I mean, bunch of draft picks. But I mean, even though we're defensive, I mean, we have offensive guns too. I mean, showed all year. Colin Graff, I mean, he's a 50-point scorer. I mean, we got offense too. So.
I know that wasn't a phone going off, but I think that still might be a fine for making noise, Faz. Sure.
$5.
$5. Coach Pecknold. Anything else for the players? How are we doing? Good? All right, guys. We'll let you guys go. Congratulations. We'll see you tomorrow. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Adam, back to you. Coach Pecknold. Thanks, boys.
All right, Coach.
Yes.
Adam Woden, College Hockey News. You know what I'm going to ask? Just that transition game, the ability to pounce and go the other way as quickly, I just curious if it was addressed beforehand as something you wanted to do, or that just was instinct as the course of the game.
I think it's a great question. I don't know, is that game 40? We've done that for 40 games. We do it every game. We play fast, we play north. That's how we want to operate, whether it's Michigan, Harvard, or anybody that we play. So I thought it was on full display tonight. I thought we did a great job. We capitalized. Obviously, we didn't score on some of those chances. We had a lot of 2-on-1s and 2-on-0s and breakaways, but that's how we want to play, catch teams.
Leo.
Coach Leo Haggerty from Amped Up Sports. The hardest thing to get off of film is how fast the team is. What do you know about Minnesota, and have you had a chance to look at any of the film yet?
Oh, yeah, we've watched them. I watched a ton of Minnesota in the fall, getting ready for World Juniors. I think I watched every game they played. They had four guys on their team that played for me there. So, I know how good they are. I think there's a lot of similarities with Minnesota and Michigan. One of the things we talked about this week, getting ready for Michigan, was we're playing probably a little better version of Harvard. We played tonight how we play against Harvard. We swept Harvard this year. It was a great team. I do think Michigan's better by a little bit. Obviously, you got Luke Hughes, and then who's a game changer. And I thought Seamus Casey might have been the best player on the ice tonight. He was awesome. He really gave us a lot to handle. That was the whole in between first and second, talking about him and what we need to do there. So that's on me. We should have prepared better for him. But Minnesota's a great team. Bob Motzko is one of the best coaches in the business. Spencer Penrose winner, so we're excited for the challenge.
Here in the front.
Zach Hochberg, Q30 Television. Ran, tonight's win sets your program record for wins. What is so special about this group?
As I keep saying, I keep asking that question all week. Like, it's just, elite character kids, really high compete, and just very selfless. That's part of having high character, right? Selfless, to buy in, like doing little things well, and just being extremely coachable. And I thought I thought we were outstanding tonight. And Michigan was, they're excellent. Just a ton of talent. We had a lot to handle there. But we found a way, and, like I said earlier, like, our culture was on display tonight.
Over here to the left in the back.
Kenny Morales, Spectrum Bay News 9. Coach, I know you touched on a little bit in your opening statement, but can you expand a little bit about Yanni's performance tonight, 29 saves, and especially just how much of a game changer he was, especially that power play in the second period? I think it was like 3 straight saves, something like that.
Yeah, he's excellent. I think he's been the best goalie in the country this year. You look at the stats, like it's not even close. But he's our guy. He's calm, cool, collected, and he probably was the best player on the ice tonight. But we're fortunate to have him, and he helped us win the game for sure.
Julie.
Julie Robenheimer, NHL Network Radio. Can you share a little bit? The guys mentioned it. It seems like they've turned the page already. How do you keep them focused on it's not the goal to get to the national championship game? The goal is to win it, like that the job is not done. How do you make sure that they're all on the same page and that their emotions are in check in these next 48 hours?
Right. That's a great question. Probably similar to how we addressed coming to Tampa for the Frozen Four. It was like this isn't a, we're not going to the beach, we're not going to the pool, we're not going jet skiing. Like, we're here to win a hockey game. And I went at him pretty good last Saturday just to get him locked in on that. I think another thing I talked to him about was we need to keep the parents and the girlfriends at bay. Like, they get down here and they all want a piece of the guys, and this is great, let's go to lunch. And no, I told all of them, I'll call your parents and I'll call your girlfriends and be like, leave so and so alone. So we got to do the same thing tonight. Like, I'll get out of here. I'm already itching to get to my phone, and I'll be like, guys, you got this, this, and this. You're done with your parents. You got to get back to the room, and we can enjoy this win. This is the best way to put it. We'll enjoy this win in late April and May and June. We can enjoy it all summer. But right now, we got to start reloading and get ready for a great Minnesota team.
Right here in the front.
Gage Kilborn, Q30 Television. The second period seemed like Michigan was really starting to come back and fight back. What'd you say in the second intermission to really get them going? Because you got an easy early goal in the third period.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd agree with that. I thought the start of the second, I thought we dominated. We had that power play. We had some great chances. Maybe could have had a 5-on-3, and it is what it is. I thought we were dominant. We had a ton of chances to go up 3-1, and then they got their legs under them and they started to play better. So I don't know if I agree with that. In between the second and third, it was same stuff I say to them all the time. Let's stay the course. We're built for this moment, and they came through.
Okay, in the back, Sue, right.
Charlie Pappalardo, the Michigan Daily. Some of your players mentioned pre-scouting Michigan and what you guys were looking for. When you were looking at this Michigan team, what were you trying to defend, and do you feel you were effective in that tonight?
Yeah, we certainly weren't perfect. I mean, but we were pretty good. We talked a lot about, their high-end talent, their, 27 draft picks, whatever they have, and how we need to defend in waves, and just, like, we're going to get beat. It's going to happen. And we got to have that second wave there, and we got to have that third wave there. We talked a lot about how to defend 43. I thought we did a really good. I thought he was excellent tonight, but I thought we did a really good job of getting on him. I should have talked more about defending 26, and we did do that between the first and second. But some things on face-off plays they run, just normal stuff, power play stuff, their tendencies that we have. And again, we weren't perfect, but we were good enough to get the win.
Julie, last one.
Julie Robenheimer, NHL Network Radio. If this is the last one, it's a two-part question then. What did you
I don't think. Wait, I don't know if you can do that. Is that legal? Oh, okay.
Well,
all right.
What do you take from your experience here before, and if you may approach something differently, this time around to hopefully get the job done? And then the second part is, you've mentioned the guys that you've coached at World Juniors. There were 10, 11. I think 11 players
11
here
in the tournament, yeah.
in the Frozen Four that were on that team. How helpful is that experience and knowing those players like as well as you would as a coach in game planning against them? So that's the two-part question.
Yeah, I already forgot the first part. That one. Yeah. Now I got to take notes. Well, just in terms of knowing them, I mean, obviously they know some of the things the way that we played. We played the Quinnipiac system at Worlds. Did we have as much detail? No, we did not. We didn't have time. We had 6 practices, but we did play a lot of the things we did. So I'm sure Coach Naratto and the staff sat them down and said, "What are we going to see here?" And he knows. Most people know exactly how we play, etc. But I do think it helped me in terms of, like, I just know how good Luke Hughes is, and I know what a game changer he is, and how good Rucker is, and, like, all those guys. And to me, whether I had that or not, I knew what we needed to do going into this. Like, we had to take away time and space. We had to it's a lot easier to defend Hughes and Fantilli when they don't have the puck. Because once they get it, you're in trouble. And so we tried to do that. Big thing we stressed this week is we had to have the puck. We had to have the puck. Again, we weren't perfect, but I thought we had it a lot. And then what was the other part of the?
About your experience
last time. Yeah. I mean, I think it helped me just getting ready for tonight, getting ready for this tournament. And I'll go back to what we've done in the past to get ready to the national. Obviously, we haven't got over the hump of the national championship game. But again, like it's a tough task. We're playing Minnesota. They're loaded. Logan Cooley is, in my opinion, probably the best player in college hockey this year. Nye probably is not far behind him. Obviously, Fantilli is unbelievable too. But that first line with Snuggie there too. I mean, it's a handful. So they were just awesome in the first game. But and I think the thing about Minnesota, like you look at that first line, like they've got other good players. Seven was really good tonight, and their D were really good, and their goalie played well. So it's a tough task, and we don't mind being the underdog. We came in here, nobody gave us a chance to win tonight. Nobody gives us a chance on Saturday, but we'll find a way to figure it out.
All right, thanks very much, Ryan.
Okay.
Congratulations. Thank you. Back to the phone.
All right, I can go get him. Hey, see ya.
Okay. We will begin first with some thoughts from Coach Naratto. Brandon?
Credit to Quinnipiac. They played a great game. Appreciate Tampa Bay and all their hospitality. It was a great event in a great city. And tough game, but extremely proud of our guys and everything that they've done this year. And Michigan will be a better program because of the type of people that we had there this year, especially that senior class.
All right. We'll use the microphones to take your questions first for the players. All right, Leo, right here.
Leo Haggerty, Amped Up Sports. Guys, did Quinnipiac do anything differently than you didn't expect tonight? Seamus, you first.
No, I think that's a lot what we were expecting tonight. You know, they're a pretty rigid team, and you know, you watch video of them, they don't really deteriorate from their game plan, and they're a pretty good team, really defensive. But you know, I think at times we just didn't execute what we were trying to do, and a few costly mistakes. But it was a good game.
Nolan.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with Seamus. I think, you know, credit to them. They're a good team. You know, I thought we did a lot of good things tonight, and, you know, we didn't get the bounces we wanted at the end of the day, but I'm just super proud of this group.
Okay, further questions for the players? Anything? Look in that back. Yep.
Charlie Papalardo, the Michigan Daily. Nolan, what are you going to take away from this specific season out of your 5 years here at Michigan?
You know, I can't thank not enough to give me the opportunity to come back here and lead this group. You know, it's been a special year. I love this team. I love this school. I'm so proud to be a Michigan man. And, you know, my goal here was always just leave this place better than I found it. And it's unfortunate that we came up short tonight, but I'm so proud of this group.
Right here, Nick.
Mick Hatton from the Rink Live. Seamus, you know, just describe, I guess, you know, what makes them difficult to, you know, to penetrate. You know, what makes them defensively, you know, tough to attack against them.
I think, you know, structurally they have that 1-3-1, and it can be hard to get pucks behind them, and they get technical. I mean, their D treats retrievals, and it just, you know, makes things tough. But I thought we did a good job of getting through and making plays. Like Nolan said, just didn't get bounces, but you know, they play hard, and you know, they stay above everybody, and it's, you know, it can be tough to play against, but I thought we did a good job.
Okay, we have anything else for the players? Good, guys? All right, thanks, guys, very much. Appreciate it. Congratulations on a great year. Thanks, Nolan. All right, we'll finish up with your questions for Coach Naranjo. Leo, right here.
Leo Haggerty, Amped Up Sports. Coach, they play bumper pool with your goalie once. They do it twice. Is that just the hockey gods not smiling on you and getting a bad bounce?
Just a bad bounce.
Okay, right here in front.
Zach Hosberg, Q30 Television. Brandon, this being your first year as a head coach, what are you going to remember most about this group?
Just the bond that the players had and what they fought for. Like I said, that senior class has been amazing, just pulling these freshmen in and kind of showing them what Michigan's all about. So that's why I made the comment I did earlier that Michigan's in a better place going forward because of the stamp that class has left on it. So all these guys coming back, they'll know the expectations more off the ice than anything, and it'll be great moving forward. Like, our goal is to win the national championship. We didn't, but we won this season. We won in a lot of ways this season.
Here in front, Cage.
Cage Kilborn, Q30 Television. Brandon, you went over a lot of obstacles to get to this point. What are you looking forward to next season with Michigan, trying to rebuild and get them back to the national status where they were years ago?
Just taking steps. I was talking to the rest of the coaches after the game. I wouldn't have changed any of our preparation leading into it. Like, it's just, you know, Quinnipiac's a great team, and we have respect for them, and they did a great job tonight, but that could have went either way. You know, 2 goals from behind the net and 1 from the top of the circles and the boards. Like, it is what it is. That's why it's so hard to win a national championship. It's 1 game.
Okay, here in front.
Tony Garcia, Detroit Free Press. Perhaps you just answered it, but you've been here as a player, as an assistant, as now as a head coach, and all 3 times the loss in the semifinal. I think that's 8 of 9 for Michigan to not even get to the championship game since the '98 title. What is it that, other than just teams are really good, that makes this so hard?
It's just one game. It's tough. It's a crazy stat, but if you look through all those games, it's not one thing that's holding Michigan back from winning that game,
Okay, anything else? Good? Oh, one more. Okay, we'll take one more here.
Nolan Bianchi, Detroit News. A lot of guys in that locker room were just saying that this was the most special group they've ever been a part of. What do you attribute that to, than playing winning hockey? I mean, what was the secret sauce that allowed everybody to bond so tight and be so together?
Yeah, the same thing that we've talked about in every article that's been written. It's real. We're not just talking about stuff. Like, these guys are tight. They're good people. They've been through hard times and they're there for each other. And that's how you gain trust, is through hard times and pain. So that's why I say that going through the season, we won in a lot of ways. We may not win the national championship, but what's it about? Is it about trophies or what we did? So I'd rather have what we did than, winning a national championship with a bunch of individuals, or any other analogy that I can get. I'm really proud of these guys. And obviously it's my first year, but I'll never forget this year.
Coach, thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Did he?
Yeah. I was joking. I was like, I'll give it to Greg first.
Is the Quinnipiac locker room still open, or is it closed?
Let's see. Let me tell you. We started at 19, 29, 39. You got maybe 3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a rush.
Yeah.
But tomorrow, when's the Richter Award going to be announced as well?
Yeah, Richter.